And can you introduce yourself?
Good morning. My name is Judy Goldwyn, and I work at the Career Services Department at Gateway.
All right. We have a few questions for you, and one of the questions is how to prepare a resume.
Well, many people write resumes and will just say, this is my resume.
Mm-hmm.
And that is probably the first mistake people make, because every time you write a resume, you want to direct it and tailor it to the job that you're looking for. And the way you do that is to look at the listing of the job, the posting, wherever you found it, and see how they describe the person that they are looking to hire, and then see how you can fit yourself into those shoes.
Yeah.
Then you would, obviously you will have chosen to apply for a job you feel you're qualified for. So you want to write down the qualifications that you have, the experiences that you have, whether they be, and sometimes you have to really go back in your mind a little bit and say, volunteer experiences that you had perhaps over the years. If you are older and have had life experiences that might make you a better candidate for the job, then certainly pull on everything you can find that would make you a good candidate for that job. The other thing I would say is when you're looking at the listing for the job, take out keywords. Look at the keywords. What do they use to describe the person they want to hire? And see to it that some of those words are in your resume. Sometimes they actually scan a resume, and if it doesn't have some of the keywords in it, it never gets past the scanner. So you want to be sure to have that included. You'll also want to look at the website of the company that you're looking to hire you, and see what you can get from that. The people who are looking for somebody to hire are looking for somebody, A, who has the skills, and you certainly want to indicate that that's the case, and B, will fit in with their culture, that you'll be able to get along with the people you're working with, that there will be a mutual respect and ability to work together. And you have to prove that on your resume.
Good. Second question: when should I start looking for a job? When you're a college student,
When should you start looking?
looking for a job.
Well, that would depend on the kind of job you're looking for. Many people come to me and say, I'm in school and I need something to pay the bills. I just need any kind of a job. And that, of course, would dictate that you're going to do it right now. If you are about to graduate and are looking for your first career move, I would say to start maybe 3 or 4 months before graduation. You'll be sending out many resumes probably, and cover letters and applications. Give yourself the time, because sometimes in a career move job particularly, you may have to go through 2, 3, or 4 interviews before you're hired, and you want to give yourself the chance to have that kind of time to accomplish that.
Good. Third one: in order to get a good job, what do I need to do?
Be very persistent.
Good.
That's a very important piece. Be very persistent. Again, the website and the job posting are really big clues into how to get a good job. The point of the resume and the cover letter is to get you an interview, because at the interview you can sell yourself. So here you are being represented on a piece of paper. You want to sell yourself and tell them again, as I said, what your skills are and what your ability to fit in with their culture is. And the best way to learn that is to look at their website and learn who they are. Which also brings me to interview, because there's a very good chance that at the interview, one of the questions they might ask you is, why do you want to work at this company? And they want to know that you're looking to work for them, not just anybody. But they want to know that kind of gives you a step ahead of the competition. if they realize that you're taking enough of an interest in their job to have learned who they really are and what it is that makes them special. Did they win an award in their field? Are they expanding? Are they doing something particular that relates to what you're interested in? So that would be my answer to that.
Good. How we can find a good job opening?
A good job opening?
Yes.
Well, the standard answer to that would be go to monster.com, go to indeed.com, go to Gateway's website that has a job board. We have a job board, a hard copy job board here as well. But my other answer to that would be, if there's a company that you really want to work for, or if there are a few companies that you feel are going to be your stepping stone to the career you want, go to their website. Look at their job opportunity board. They may have job openings that don't ever make it to Indeed or Monster. And they may have listed some jobs that you would be interested in. I would say if you want to be a lawyer, just, off the whatever, you're not going to get a job as a lawyer when you graduate from here, but you could get a job answering telephones or doing filing or doing something else in a law firm that will give you an opportunity to see how it really works. Is this what you really want to be doing? And give you a chance to work in that atmosphere and see if it works for you and if it works for them as well.
That's good. How to be prepared for an interview?
You come to me and we do mock interviews. I have a page of questions that are some of the things that a lot of places will ask you, a lot of interviews will ask you. And again, I'm going back to that website's answer. Learn everything you can about the company. And be prepared to tell them why you're a good fit for their organization. If you get the interview, they have a general idea that you have the skills. By that time, they've seen your resume and they've called you in because they think you have the skills. Now you need to sell that you're going to fit into their culture. And they'll ask you, you prepared for an interview by coming to me and doing it, a mock interview, or somebody like me. You can certainly look online and see what kinds of questions you might be asked. What I will tell you when I work with you is think of the answers to some of the hard questions. Write them down. Be prepared. If you go into the interview, you'll be a little less nervous because there's nothing more nerve-provoking than going for an interview. But if you have an idea of what they might ask and how you might answer it, then you have a little less reason to be nervous.
That's good. What are the basic rights as a workers?
Basic what?
Rights.
Rights as a worker? Well, that's really not my field. You can find that online, certainly, as far as harassment and any other kinds of negative experiences you could have in the job place. I don't really have a good answer for that to tell you. I'm sorry.
No, that's right. How to get a flexible schedule?
Tell them straight out. If you're in school and you're looking for a job, don't look for a full-time job unless you're really sure that you're going to be able to do a full-time job, meaning all day, 5 days a week. So I definitely would put that on the resume. Let them know that you're... And only look, when you're looking at listings for jobs, only look for part-time if you can't work full-time. Unless you feel like some people work, the third shift. If you feel like you can do that, then fine. But I would definitely let them know what your schedule is.
That's good. And the last question is, what should I never ask in a job interview?
How much money am I making?
That's what we always want to know.
Yes, and they will tell you at the interview
Okay.
what they would offer you. But don't ask about how much vacation time do I get, how many sick days do I get, how much money am I making. Don't ask any of those questions. Ask questions that have to do with the company and have to do with even their process of interviewing. Am I going to have, do you anticipate having 2 or 3 more interviews? Will I meet the people that I'll be working with? What does a typical day look like in this position? And then in some places it's interesting, and I'm not sure how it works. In some places I've been reading lately that they will suggest that you say to the interviewer, what do you like best about working in this job, in this company? What are some of your
Right.
favorite things about working in this job? And if I could just add one more thing, I always like to say also, when you go in for an interview, if you're in the office of the person who is interviewing you, look around very subtly when you're walking in and see who that person is. Do they have something on the wall saying that they won an award for fly fishing, or that their kid is on a tennis team someplace that you might be able to comment on? And kind of start a little bit, if you can find the place, obviously, for it. And the reason for that is, first of all, to establish a little bit of rapport. And second of all, when you finish an interview, you want to write a thank you note to the person who's interviewing you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're interviewing you, they're probably interviewing a whole bunch of other people for the same job. So if you refer to, it was such a pleasure to talk to you about fly fishing and how much we both enjoy it, then they'll remember which one you were.
Nice. Nice.
So that's
All right.
my tip on that.
Thank you so much, Judy, for your time.
You're
It
very
was a
welcome.
pleasure.
It was a pleasure for
I
me
hope-
as well.
All right. I hope my